cafe, the blossoms and the light and the warm air. You were the best part of that April day, the thing I did not know I needed there. You were the best part, not the Latte Knows, the blossom street outside the window glass, not the morning light across the floor, but you, the one thing built to make it last. You were the best part, I can say it now. You were the best part, love showed me how. You were the best part of the morning spring. You were the best part, the only everything. The guitar plays what gratitude sounds like, a single banjo in the blossom room. You were the best part. Morning book came by, left at the door, and you inside the bloom. Sweet closing notes that hold what love has said, a piano playing what the heart confessed. You were the best part, everything I had begins with you, and all that spring expressed. You were the best part, always will be. You were the best part. That is the key. You were the best part, always will be. We're the best part. That is the key. One more blossom morning is what I ask, before the spring decides to leave again, to wear the April light without a mask, and sit across from you in the blossom rain. One more blossom morning at our table, with lattes and the light and your book there. One more spring morning, as long as I am able to love the way the blossoms fade the air. One more blossom morning, just like before. One more blossom morning, I could not ask more. One more blossom morning, your face in the light. One more blossom morning, everything was alright. The guitar plays the last of what the spring has left inside the notes before the summer. One more blossom morning is what loving was, when April was the season and the number. remembers, it comes back the same, with blossoms and with morning cafe light. It brings the table and your name, and everything that love was making right. When spring remembers what we shared that day, the latte and the book and your earphone, it plays it back in such a gentle way that I forget a year has come and gone. When spring remembers, I remember too. When spring remembers, it remembers you. When spring remembers, the blossoms fall again. When spring remembers, love returns with them. The guitar plays the melody of them, a single arpeggio across the room. When spring remembers, I begin again to love the way I did inside that gloom. Three notes that hold the spring memory clear, a piano playing what the seasons stored. When spring remembers, you are always near. In every blossom morning I adore. When spring remembers, so do I. When spring remembers, love does not say goodbye. When spring remembers, love does not say goodbye. You offered me the right earphone first, a small white cord across the table space. I took it like a gift for a quiet thirst, and suddenly the music had your face. The earphones between us carry what we feel, without the need for words to make it clear. Music is the most direct and real way love has of getting to the ear. The earphones between us, the same song. The earphones between us, where we belong. Earphones between us, sharing what we love. Earphones between us. Enough. The guitar in the song you chose was soft, a morning kind of melody, and low. The earphones lifted both of us alone into the music only the two of us know. Three notes like what the shared earphone contained, a piano in the wire between two hearts. The earphones between us hold the refrain of love before it even really starts. first cup is now empty on the table, and morning is not finished being here. I want to ask but do not know if I am able to say the words that keep you somewhere near. Stay for the second cup, the morning still has room enough for one more latte. Won't the blossoms are still doing what they will outside the glass before the end of form. Stay for the second cup just a while. Stay for the second cup, give me your smile. Stay for the second cup, the day is long. Stay for the second cup where you belong. You look across the table at the street. The blossoms doing what they do in life. Stay for the second cup and let us meet inside the morning, just a little right. Three notes that ask the way a morning asks. A piano in the second cup request. Stay for the second cup and take off nets of leaving and give morning what is best. Stay for the second cup, I ask no more. Stay for the second cup before you go out the door. Before you go out the door. Just the two of us in spring outside a cafe window and a blossom view. I do not need the whole wide world beside, when just the two of us in spring will do. Just the two of us in spring today. A table and two coffees going cold. We let the morning take the time away and give the blossoms everything they hold. Just the two of us in spring, that is enough. Just the two of us in spring, the softest stuff. Just the two of us in spring outside. Two of us in spring. Just the two of us in spring, my God. Two of us in spring. You reach across and turn my book face down, a signal that the reading time has passed. Just the two of us in spring in town. It's all the love we need to make it last. just the two of us. A piano in the just enough of spring. Just the two of us without a fuss is the most complete and comfortable thing. Just the two of us in spring. Today, two of us in spring. Just the two of us in spring will stay. Blossoms will not hold their pink for long. A week perhaps before the wind decides to carry them away into the song of seasons that no morning love resides. Before the petals fall, I want to say the things that sitting next to you has meant. The cafe and the spring and you today are more than any morning I have spent. Before the petals fall, the morning knows. Before the petals fall, I love that shows. Before the petals fall, I have to say, before the petals fall, please let me stay. The blossom outside has a certain grace, and knowing that its beauty will not last. Before the petals fall, I memorize your face, the way I memorize things meant to last. Four notes that hold the petal in the air, a piano playing what the blossom feels. Before the petals fall, I need to share the love that every blossom morning reveals. Before the petals fall, I told you so. Before the petals fall, you need to know. without a hand reaching out to hold them still. This Blossom Cafe morning full of you is one I wanna keep against my will. Hold in the morning like a cup of warmth between both hands before it cools away. The blossoms in your voice and the morning north are all the things I wanna make it stay. Hold in the morning just a little longer. Hold in the morning makes the love feel stronger. Hold in the morning, you beside the glass. Hold in the morning, please just let it last. The light comes in and catches on your head, a blossom cake that only mornings give. Hold in the morning, hold in the morning, everything is there inside this cafe where I want to live. 5 notes as warm as what the morning holds, a piano in the held and blossom bed. Hole in the morning is where love unfolds, when someone makes the morning worth the care. Hole in the morning, still right here. Hold in the morning, you make it clear. Hold in the morning, you make it clear. The book I brought today will not get read, at least not past the page I left it at. Because you walked in and the story bled out of the pages where the bookmark's at. The book I never finish is the one I bring each time to any cafe where I hope that you might come and then have done with reading anything except your hair. The book I never finish, page by page. The book I never finish, you are the stage. The book I never finish, you are why. The book I never finish, morning goes by. I tell myself next time I will read more, and not just watch you watching the blossom street. But every page I open has your door, walking in and making it incomplete. 5 notes Just like pages turning in the light, a piano reading what the morning says. The book I never finish is alright, because you are the story that always stays. The book I never finish, I am glad. The book I never finish is the best I had. To think that spring was in the trees, the blossoms and the light and the warm air. But spring walked in and sat across from me, and I realized spring had always been right there. Spring is you, the way you fill a room with something that the season cannot be, a warmth that has no need to prove its bloom, a blossom that I find in every street. Spring is you, I finally understand. Spring is you, the warmth inside your hands. Spring is you, and always has been so. Spring is you, the only spring I know. Blossoms on the window cast a shade that falls across the table where you sit. Spring is you, I love the morning made from everything the season gets to knit. Notes that feel like what the spring began, a piano in the April cafe light. Spring is you, and I am just the man who found you in the blossom morning bright. Spring is you, it always will be true. Tell me over coffee what you thought about when April came and found you by the sea. I want to know what love is all about for someone who has kept it close and free. Tell me over coffee, take your time, have the whole of morning on my side, the blossoms in the latte and the rhyme of your voice telling me what you keep inside. Tell me over coffee, I am here. Tell me over coffee, pull 5 notes like words between two people sharing a piano, finding what the conversation holds. Tell me over coffee, I am caring for every secret morning love unfolds. Tell me over coffee, I am all yours. Tell me over coffee, open up the doors. When you read, the cafe becomes a different kind of place than what it was before you sat. A quiet descends and I am left behind, and watching you, and I am fine with that. When you read, you tuck your hair behind one ear and hold the page the way a lover holds a secret that is only theirs to hear, a story that the morning slowly folds. When you read, I do not need to speak. When you read, you are the one I see. When you read, morning holds its breath. When you read, I fall a little more in depth. I have a book of my own on this table, but I have not turned a page since you came in. Love makes the most committed reader unable to read the words when something better begins. Oh, 4 notes like pages in a quiet room, a piano reading what my heart has lined. When you read, the blossoms and the blue outside the window are the second kind. When you read, I only need this view. When you read, the morning is all you. Across the table, there is just enough room for everything we have not said out loud. The space between us fills a quiet bloom of what a morning lover's most allowed. Across the table, your hands around the cup. The steam between us soft as morning bread. I watch you from my side without looking up, and feel a love that is not scared of death. Across the table, I could reach you now. Across the table, love will show me how. Across the table, distance is a thing. Across the table, that makes the morning sing. The blossoms on the street outside agree that distance is just love that has not moved. Across the table, you are close to me in ways the heart has always since approved. 5 notes that bridge the table between us two. Piano playing what the gap contains. Across the table, everything we knew about love arise before the morning wanes. Across the table, I am still right here. Across the table, you are always near. The cherry pink outside is doing what it does each April when the year is young. I watch it through the grass of this cafe shirt against the wind and feel my heart among. Cherry pink and you are almost the same shade of something that the morning puts on show. A temporary beauty softly made for mornings when the two of us are slow. Cherry pink and you, the window view. Cherry pink and you, the only two. Cherry pink and you, the best of spring. Cherry pink and the most beautiful thing. You have the same way blossoms have of being, perfectly in place without the need to try. I spend my mornings watching without seeing anything else when cherry pink walks by. 5 notes as pink is what the branches carry, a piano in the cherry morning light. Ooh, cherry pink, yeah, you should never tarry in the way that blossoms do before the night. Cherry pink, can I keep them both? Cherry pink, can the morning oh. Cherry pink, can keep them both. Cherry pink, can the morning oh. Oh, oh, oh. Slow morning feeling has no urgency. It comes in through the window with the light. It carries everything I wanna see, which mostly is just you across the white. Slow morning feeling, I take it as it comes. The latte and a book and you right there. The blossom street outside, the quiet hums of everything a morning has to share. Slow morning feeling, no need to be fast. Slow morning feeling, this is built to last. Slow morning feeling, this is love today. Slow morning feeling in the best slow way. You turn the page and do not look my way. Something in the quiet says you know that slow mornings are their own kind of day, when love has nowhere else it needs to go. Four notes that move the way the morning does, through cafe windows onto table wood. Slow morning feeling is the thing love was, before it knew how fast or bright it could. Slow morning feeling, still right here. Slow morning feeling, you make it clear. Slow morning feeling. Spring arrived this year before I knew that names could carry seasons in their sound. I learned the way a name like yours comes through, like blossoms landing quiet on the ground. Your name in spring is something that I say beneath my breath when no one hears a word. It fits the April morning in a way that makes it feel like something nature stirred. Your name in spring, I keep it close and low. Your name in spring, you are the morning's close. Your name in spring, I say it like a prayer. Your name is spring, the petals in the air. I wrote it in the steam above my cup before the morning took the warmth away. and wet, but spring already knew. Your name in spring is always just the same. A word the season made especially for you. Your name in spring, I keep it just for me. Your name in spring is all I need to see. Your name in spring, I say it like a crayon. Your name is spring, the petals in the air. The window holds the blossom street outside, painting that I watch between the sips. I have been here for 20 minutes wide, of waiting for the sound of your footsteps. Waiting by the window, coffee warm. The street outside is April all the way. Blossoms and the light becoming form around the shape of you arriving late today. Waiting by the window, any minute now. Waiting by the window, the morning shows me how. Waiting by the window, you will walk on through. Waiting by the window, I am here for you. The people passing on the street, each one a small distraction from the wait, until the door opens and we finally meet, and all the waiting says that love is great. Four notes that fill, waiting with the sound, a piano soft as light on table wood. Waiting by the window, you are found in every blossom morning understood. Waiting by the window, still right here. Waiting by the window, you will appear. April came early through the cafe glass and landed on the table where you sat. I did not know how long the moment lasts, but all of spring was somewhere right in that first date in April. The blossoms on the street were doing what the blossoms always do. I found the cafe where we planned to meet, and sat down in the warmth of thinking of you. First date in April, the coffee going cold. First date in April, a story being told. First date in April, you came in from the street. First date in April, the morning felt complete. You said you liked the window and the light, the way the blossoms moved outside the glass. Ooh, I said I had been waiting since last night to see what kind of morning this would pass. 5 notes like April coming through the door, a piano in the first date morning air. Oh, first date in April, never felt before. I love this light and this completely there. First date in April, ooh, I remember it. Ooh, first date in April, how perfectly it lived. First date in April, how perfectly it fit. The latte on the table knows more than I do about what mornings mean when someone is near. It holds its warmth and waits the whole way through, until the door opens and you appear. The latte knows the way I take my time before you come, before the day begins. It knows the corner table, knows the rhyme of waiting for no one, the morning wins. The latte knows I ordered it for 2. The latte knows I was already thinking of you. The latte knows the warmth before you said. The latte knows a love as quiet as that. You walked in with the petals on your coat, 2 blossoms that had caught you on the way. The latte knew before I wrote a note that this would be that kind of morning day. 4 notes as warm as what the cup contains, a piano finding what the latte kept. The morning and the love and the remains of everything the quiet cafe swept. The latte knows I blossoms at 8 are softer than the rest. The light that comes with them is not yet sharp. I hold my latte close against my chest and listen to the morning fall apart. The window shows the petals drifting down, like something that the sky decided to give. A quiet kind of love inside this town is all I need to make it worth to live. Blossom at 8, morning starts with you. Blossom at 8, everything is new. Blossom at 8, you walked in through the door. Blossom at 8, I could not ask for more. Took the seat across the table there and set your book down like you own the space. The blossoms fell outside in the open air, and I forgot the whole world had a face. 4 piano notes as soft as petals are, a melody that only mornings know. The blossom at 8 is not so very far from love that neither of us has to show. Blossom at 8, blossom at 8, blossom at 8, and time stood still. Blossom at 8, blossom at 8, blossom at 8, blossom at 8, blossom at 8.